What's going on, everybody? Oh, I'm so excited to talk to you guys about this stuff tonight. We have not gone over this particular avenue of light work, if you want to call it that. Whatever it is we want to call it, I don't really know. All I know is that a talk needs to happen. We need to discuss this. We need to put the information out there. And how do I know it's past time for that to happen? Well, things are happening in my life. Things are happening in my own personal life with my family that brought the awareness to me that, hey, there's people out there that might need this information, right? Hi, Virginia. How are you? Come on in, say hello. Let me know you're here. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. We are live streaming to YouTube. Hello, Miss Gladys. We are live streaming to Facebook. Thank you for joining us. We're going to be talking about the different types of star seeds that are incarnated at this time briefly, and then we're going to be talking about, yes, ma'am, I sure did, and I'm completely recovered from that. Thank you so much for asking. Wonderful, wonderful. We're going to be talking about the different types of star seeds that are incarnated right now on this planet, as far as your children, yourself, possibly your parents. It just depends how old you are, truly. I honestly believe that there are several star seeds in every generation. I don't think it skips any generation. I personally feel like there's some in every generation, and there's a lot of them incarnating in the last 20 years or so. So if you have a child that's under 20, if you have a child that's under 10 or right around the age of 10 or however old your child is, you might have a star baby. Is what I like to call it. Star baby. So this is going to be great for all of us to learn some information about that, because some people don't know anything about star anything, and they're just drawn to me because they love my energy. Well, guess what? I have a rainbow baby. I have a rainbow child. I did have an ectopic pregnancy that I had to have removed. And then many years later, I had Emma. And Emma, as I've always said from day one, is pure radiant light. She is truly a blessing, a gift, and my joy. Okay, so when things start happening to my Emma, I think to myself, wait a minute. Maybe this is happening to everybody's children right now. We're in such a tumultuous time in our history. There's so many things going on right now, as far as energetically, as far as worldwide, and as far as humanity as a whole. So this is a great time to be here. It's a great time to be alive. If you can let go of the fear of what maybe is happening and hold on to the hope of what could be happening, and you'll put yourself in a much better place to appreciate everything that's going on right now. However, if you don't know about ascension, if you don't know about the changes that are happening energetically inside of your body and everybody else's body, what your child or your friend or your coworker could be experiencing could be extremely traumatic to them, okay? And this is going to maybe shed some light on some of the things that you can do to help them, or they can do to help themselves if they're old enough to watch this. Just different things that people can do to help themselves during this time of ascension. But this is generally for the people who know absolutely nothing about it, because I'm no expert. Okay, and if you know more about it, that's wonderful. This is for all those people that don't know a dang thing. I've done a lot of research. And there's, like I said, I feel like there's star children in every generation, okay? But there are specific types of qualities or personality traits in crystal children, indigo children, and rainbow children, okay? So if you have a crystal child, they usually have big, beautiful eyes. They have just a natural tendency to be a peacemaker. They don't like conflict. They don't like chaos. They don't like strong noises. They're generally very, very creative. They love music. They have a very strong connection to the planet, to animals, and to their loved ones. Okay, and so most of them are very empathic, and they can feel what you're feeling, and they can suffer from earaches as children because they're usually clairaudient or clairvoyant. Now, this is what my Emma is going through. My Emma is clairvoyant. So she is experiencing over the last few days, she's having many situations in which she experiences deja vu, or what I like to call timeline jumping or clairvoyance. And it's freaking her out, and it's making her nauseous and afraid. And that's not okay. You know, it's not okay. A rainbow child, let's see, very few incarnated. Their parents are usually crystals. They incarnate with no karma, so they don't usually incarnate into what's considered to be dysfunctional family trees. They're all about service and serving their community. They usually have big blue eyes or big eyes like crystal children, and they're very trusting and fearless. And they are here bringing in the healing rainbow energy, previously brought through Reiki, King Kong, and pranic healing. Yes, I'm reading a page because I don't have these memorized. And the last one would be an indigo. Let's see what we can find out about indigos. I'm listening to some natural rain music because that's soothing. I like natural rain. Okay. Signs you're among indigo. Okay. Truth in everything. School is not easy for them. They are full of empathy and compassion. They're very creative, natural leaders, headstrong and stubborn, gifted storytellers with high expectations of themselves or others. They have some incredible eyes. All of these starseeds have very old souls. That's what I want to say. These are all tied together. As you can tell, they all have a lot of similarities. Okay. Please share with your friends, share with your neighbors, blah, blah, blah. Get everybody on. But there's, they share a lot of similar qualities. A lot of them have psychic gifts and abilities. They're very empathic and in tune with energy, and their energy sponges. So whenever somebody is empathic, whenever somebody can feel emotions and energy, they're pretty much going to be an energy sponge. And every now and then you're going to need to wring your sponge out in order to clear out whatever negative energy you've magnetically pulled to you, to make sure you're in balance with yourself. Okay. You don't want to create any kind of negative reaction by all the negative energy that you pull onto yourself, whether it be health-wise, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You don't want any of that. So you got to wring out your sponge every now and then. You got to decompress. You got to get all that out. Okay. So there's a lot of different ways that we can help our children do that. We can help our friends, our neighbors. Okay. There's breathing exercises you can do. I recommend this a lot, just specifically for people who suffer from anxiety. Okay. Anxiety is, in my definition of anxiety, is feeling energy that is not in alignment with your energy. So anytime you might start feeling anxiety or fear, it could be because something is inside your energetic bubble that's not in resonance with your frequency. This could be higher or lower than your frequency, but if it's not in alignment with your frequency, it's going to cause a disturbance in the force, as I like to call it. So this is what so many people have anxiety. Hi, Joshua. Thanks for joining. So many people have anxiety these days because energy has that really ramped up, and it's making itself known to people who were previously asleep to all the concepts of energy work, vibration, everything that really creates the earth and the planet that we live on. So now you know, hey, we're all energy, right? Every single one of us is made up of atoms and energy, and we are just in a state of movement constantly, whether we are physical or non-physical energy, whether that be sound, light, frequency, or physical matter. It's all just a different state of energy. Okay, so you can do breathing exercises. You can have your child, if they're experiencing emotions that you feel are not their own, if they're having a tantrum, if they're having kind of nightmares, night terrors, anything like that, there's many different ways that you can help them. Okay. And one of them is breathing. Breathing is very important to help you remain in control and to empower yourself back to your physical being. Okay, and the way we do this is we breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Okay, you can breathe in through the nose and hold for 4 seconds, and then release and let it out very slowly. And this is you creating movement of energy within your physical body. Okay, whenever you are breathing, you are creating a life force in your body, and you are in control of how that life force shifts through your body when you're breathing. And so that is a very empowering move for us to help our children. You can also tell them, you can direct them to, hey, why don't we think about you breathing in happiness and breathing out your sadness, or breathing out, your fear or your tears. You can do all of these exercises with them. It helps especially if you're dealing with little children. You can tell them to breathe in a very deep breath and breathe out and push like they're blowing out birthday candles. I mean, there's many different ways that you can help a child with this exercise. The next thing we want to talk about doing is smudging. I don't know if any of you realize how cool smudging is. And, not everybody does it. Some people have allergies to smoke or, asthma, things like that. And you can't always smudge. Hey, Sarah, how's it going? Thanks for joining. But smudging clears your house of negative energy, stale energy. It connects to negative ions, removes disease and illness from your house. There's all different scientifically proven that smudging is good for you. Okay, so you can smudge after your child, like I said, maybe has an episode or where they're afraid or any kind of energy that's not vibing with your house. It's not a peaceful energy. If you get into an argument or have any kind of dissonance whatsoever in your house, you can smudge. You can make it a part of your weekly practice to smudge whenever you're cleaning your house. Some people clean on Sundays or whatever. You can smudge when you're doing that. That's going to immediately shift and change the vibe in your home by removing negative energy or things that are not welcome in your home. Tell them to get lost, pretty much. Okay. And that's going to you'll be able to feel that energetically, because if you have a crystal, rainbow, indigo child, most likely you have some of that inside of you, since we are all connected. So keep that in mind. It will help you as well. The next thing I want to talk about is grounding. Now, there's lots of different ways that you can ground. I personally I've created shortcuts for myself as usual, but the one that I started with that I found to be very effective was creating a visual cord for yourself, creating a cord coming out of your tailbone. You can tell your child, hey, let's pretend you have a tail and let's see how far it can go down deep into the center of the earth. What do you think is in the center of the earth? Is it a baseball? What does it look like? And you can ask them what happens if they tie their tail around the center of the earth. Can they pull the center of the earth out? And this is just a way to help them connect to the earth and ground their energy to the earth. And then you can just say, as usual, you can visualize or tell them to pull in all the good, happy juice from the earth and let go of all the bad juju, right? I mean, it's just that simple. It's all about your visualization, because it's been scientifically proven that energy is created in thought, and thought is these little chemical reactions inside your brain. Okay, your energy is chemically reacting to what is being introduced to it, and that creates thought. That's with your visual cortex. And there's just so much involved, but honestly, your thoughts create your reality. That's the gist of it. Why is grounding so uncomfortable for some people? I would say that a lot of people who, I would say maybe earth signs, or people who are not used to feeling heavy, when you're grounding, you're creating a heavy kind of like magnetic pull to the earth for yourself, connecting to the earth. And some people are just don't like feeling contained. And that could just be part of their soul journey where they're at. Some people are not good at meditation. Some people can't sit still or feel like they can't connect in meditation or get that connection or that peacefulness inside of them, because they have so much frantic energy. Those kinds of people still have a lot they need to work out as far as their trauma, their soul lessons, their soul journey. Not everybody can meditate, not everybody can ground, but there's different ways to ground. You could just sit outside. You can sit outside, take your shoes off, and just sit outside with your bare feet. Okay, you can just relax in the comfort of nature, appreciating your surroundings. You can go hug a tree for a few minutes. You can go to the ocean, which is my absolute favorite way to ground, because you're getting such a benefit of being at the natural vibration of the planet, as well as being in the largest salt bath in the world. It's truly lovely. You get the beautiful benefits of the sun's rays and all 7 colors in the sun's rays, as well as the salt water to clear out whatever toxins are in your body. Why do you think so many people love going to the beach? It's fabulous. Okay, so that's different ways that we can ground. Doing the exercise with them will help them flow natural energy from the planet to them and release whatever's no longer serving them. Everything can be done with intentions as well. You can set intentions like, hey, go outside and go clear all that negative energy. Go run around for a few minutes or whatever. Go do something. Exercise is another one that I have on my list here. But the next thing we're going to talk about is shielding your energy, which is something that I had to practice this weekend because I peopled so much. It was super uncomfortable for me. I'm not a big fan of crowds. I'm not a fan of chaotic energy, which is another one of those reasons why I fit in the description of crystal children. But it's not my natural place, and it makes me very uncomfortable and scattered, and it creates a lot of physical pain inside my body because I'm an energy sponge. So I'm pulling in everybody's crap, and I don't like it. So I had to shield my energy before I went into that crazy place this weekend that I went to that had so many people. And the way you can do that is you can create a bubble of white light. Why do we want white light? We want to have a bubble of white light because the white light is the encompass of all the different rays of light. You know, you have your red, orange, yellow, blue, green, indigo, and violet. And those are all together equal the whole spectrum of light, white light. So you can create a bubble of white light around yourself. You can visualize yourself in a bubble of white light before you go anywhere. You could also visualize yourself in a big soap bubble. I used to do that as well because it is reflective, and it'll reflect any energy out that won't be able to penetrate you. You'll still be able to feel good energy. You just won't be able to feel negative energy. So a bubble of white light sponges off the energy, soaking up all the good and the bad and the ugly, creating a bubble of white light around them will repel negative energy while still allowing positive energy to come inside. It's what I wrote down. Okay. Exercise. Not my favorite thing. You really got to get into the habit of it in order for it to be enjoyable. And I'm going to get back into the habit of it. But summertime is here, swim season. I love swimming. So I guess if you have different forms of exercise, that's good. But if you have a child that's going through spiritual ascension, they are feeling energy waves, which are kind of like a roller coaster of up and down. And in order to keep them kind of calm and in the middle, to chill their waves out, they need exercise. This could be riding bikes, like I said, swimming. It could be jumping on a trampoline if you have a trampoline. It could just be playing outside with friends, playing tag in the yard. If you're into yoga and you can get your kid to do yoga, do that. Martial arts, gymnastics, whatever expels some of that energy, doing something that they enjoy is going to help them energetically. Okay, so keep in mind that's a good way to release energy and burn off energy. So I wrote something down. I wrote that star seeds are wired differently than other people. They need help releasing physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual energy. And a good way to do that is through exercise. Exercise also increases your endorphins, creates happy energy inside of you. And so this will also help them if they're feeling down or feeling sad. It's good for anybody who's experiencing anxiety and depression. Start a little bit of an exercise routine. You'll see very quickly how much that definitely interrupts the flow of where you're at and changes your vibration. Okay. Another thing that we can do to help your starseed person, child, whatever, is to bring the earth inside your home to them. Okay, people have house plants. Those are very good for grounding, putting off a lot of good positive energy. Crystals, rocks, having a water feature in your home, or some kind of aquarium, or like turtles or whatever. That will also, whatever your kid enjoys, bring it inside. You know, nature doesn't have to exist outside of your home. Let it become one with you. Okay. Teach them how to care for plants. Teach them how to grow. Have a little garden that they grow from seed. You know, it's a wonderful experience to grow something with your own hands. I think everyone should do it. But it will help them feel at ease, especially since they're so strongly connected to the planet already, to have some of that inside your home. Okay, another thing that you can do to help people is just to have a quiet space in your house that doesn't have any kind of electromagnetic machines, no phones, no tablets, nothing that can put off any kind of subliminal energy or vibes. Yeah, Misty, you're crazy, whatever. It's real. Subliminal energy is a thing. Electromagnetic frequency negatively affects our natural vibration. All of our smartphones and smart TVs, routers, everything has it. So if you can get some EMF type of pyramid or something like this, keep it next to you. I keep mine on my desk next to my computer to keep all that crap away from me. You can get something like that to help. But to have a quiet space inside your home, a room that doesn't have any of that stuff, so that they can just relax in there, do a puzzle, play a game, take a nap, you know, just without all that static energy around them. Okay. Another thing that I talked about briefly with the beach is having a sea salt bath. You could do this in your home. You can use my personal favorite, which is Himalayan sea salt. You can use Epsom salt. You can use regular sea salt, which is white. Put about a half cup of that in the bathtub and just soak in it and let your body naturally expel toxins with the help of that sea salt. That'll help a lot, releasing negative energy. Make sure you always drink plenty of filtered water. You could always get crystal infused water bottles. Those will help extra. You can always infuse your water out in the sunlight, which we'll talk about that in a few minutes because that's pretty awesome. But drinking lots of water will help flush negative energy out of your body as well. Okay, always drink lots of water. I always drink more. I try to drink. Sometimes I up my coffee intake because well, the weather affects me, but sometimes I have more coffee than water, but I try to have way more water than coffee. But try to have more than the recommended daily allowance of water because it's really important. Your body is 2/3 water, and it's important for you to keep that balance. You know, you could pee all day long, and if you're not drinking water, you're going to be all kinds of out of whack. And then you're putting sugary drinks inside your body, and you're just like, blah. You're just like a walking blah. It's gross. No offense to anybody. I'm not judging. I'm just saying it's not good for you. Do you, but drink more water. Another thing that we could do is what I have written down here is not using artificial fragrances or things of that nature in your home. If you can get your hands on some essential oils, maybe use a diffuser, things that have natural fragrance, get some beeswax candles that are good quality. Just use things that are naturally fragranced in your home. Lavender is a wonderful plant. It gives off a really wonderful smell. You can just, use things in your home that are not artificial or made up with chemicals and things of that nature. It's really good to keep things light and natural around your child, especially if you have one that's highly sensitive or gifted, such as that. Okay. We don't want to do, if you have a child that I have to say personally, if you have a child that's highly sensitive or one that's a starseed, you don't really want to encourage them to watch violent television, violent movies. You don't want to encourage them to watch anything of that kind of negativity. You want things to be more on a positive spectrum because they are soaking up whatever is in their environment. That means visually as well. And you can't really know how much that would affect their waking state or their dream state. Okay. So Everything affects everything else. That is one of the laws of the universe. We're all connected and we all affect everything else. Keep yourself away from all that negative crap. If you're having nightmares at night, stop watching things that make you upset, make you afraid, make you worry. You know, don't watch things like that if you're having nightmares. Now I want to talk about healing energy. And I've got some friends waiting backstage to come on and talk to y'all about what they're good at. And I want to talk to you about different types of healing energy that you can incorporate into your life, incorporate into your child's life to help them on their ascension journey. This is going to apply to you at some point. I 100% guarantee that you will need to know about healing energy at some point in this lifetime, okay? So pay attention to whatever you see or hear about healing energy. Reiki, tapping, crystals, essential oils, sound, frequency, whatever, okay? There are so many different types of healing modalities that are natural on this planet that are here to help you. You are of this planet. We don't need science to create a therapy for us. The universe gave us everything we need to cure our ailments. That is the truth. Okay, so you can do Reiki healing, which is moving energy around, but I don't know anything about that. So let's talk to Pat. Pat's an expert at Reiki. Pat's a good friend of mine. I love her so much. Everybody say hi to Pat.
Hello, everybody.
Tell me what you know about that good Reiki.
Reiki is an amazing energy healing method. Reiki itself is the flow, is the life energy that flows all living things, through all living things. It is for everybody. It is for all stages of life. As you had mentioned, sometime in your life, you're going to need it, or some type of healing energy. It from the pregnancy to infants to babies to the elderly. It also is good for animals. So I specialize in, as you know, Misty, distant Reiki. I can be here in northern Michigan, and I can send the healing to people wherever they are. So
In the world.
Reiki in the world.
Right.
I have gone as far as South Africa, as close as my son across the room, because he didn't want to be disturbed from mom. Okay, so it's just absolutely wonderful. Reiki, as you had mentioned earlier, everything is energy. So if we have energy through our bodies that gets stuck, guess what happens? Our body feels pain. Our body feels run down. So it's my job as the healer to get that energy moving again. Because once that Reiki goes through and the energy goes through your body, it allows your body to relax, be stress-free, and allows it to repair itself.
Awesome. Now, do you work with chakras?
I do. I actually
What is a chakra? Explain that to people that don't know.
There are 7 main energy centers, which is called a chakra. We have 7 starting at the base of in between your hips, which is the root chakra. We have a sacral chakra, which is just underneath the belly button. We have a solar plexus chakra, which is about around the bottom of the sternum. We have the heart chakra in the center of your chest, the throat chakra, third eye, and crown. And each chakra, as it should be, is like a flower or a fan with petals, and it should flow. And each, from the root chakra to the crown, it should flow and back down. So if one of those chakras are blocked, it's going to affect all the other ones. A chakra can be overactive, it can be underactive. And you are trying to find the right balance with those that is high for your highest good and for your highest energy.
Absolutely, absolutely. And are they different colors?
They are. The root chakra is red. The sacral chakra is orange. The solar plexus is yellow. And I always think solar plexus, the sun, the yellow. The heart chakra, you would think would be pink, but it's actually green. The throat chakra is blue. The third eye chakra is purple. And the white or the crown chakra can either be a dark purple or a white.
Okay.
And they do different things. They also are meant to change and help certain parts of the body. So, for instance, your solar plexus chakra would be good for your digestive system, your liver, things like that. Throat chakra is for your ears, if you have ear infections, if you have sore throats. So, it's more than just an emotional, more than just an energy. It also does things for the body and
Okay.
its organs.
Okay. And I read somewhere that each one is connected to a part of your endocrine system. Is that true?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes.
So that is what pretty much makes your whole body function, right?
Yes.
Your endocrine
Absolutely.
system.
We have the
Is your
endocrine
brain
system.
sending
We
messages through your body?
absolutely. We have the pituitary gland. We have all these systems. Once again, going back to energy, we are our own medicine. So if you can heal yourself, first we need to relax and let the stress go, and then let our bodies know that it's okay to start healing itself. It's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely. 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 It's a beautiful thing. Wonderful. So thank you for telling us about Reiki healing. Now, what do you charge for distance Reiki? If somebody feels like their child, like their chakras are underactive or overactive, or just something is blocked, or they're feeling very much afraid, that would be your sacral, wouldn't it? Or your which one would that be if somebody's in a lot of fear?
Fear would be the sacral chakra. Yes.
Okay.
So the root true.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No,
So going back to your question, I would charge for this live show. So if you are interested for yourself, your pet, your child, for this, mention this live stream. Mention this, and you will get a distant um, healing session for $25.
Now, what's awesome about Pat is she's really an expert, I would say, at animal communication. And I think her Reiki for animals is amazing, because honestly, we love to think that we can communicate with our animals and know what's bothering them, but we truly don't. So you want to get in touch with somebody if your dog is limping, or if your dog just looks like they're not up to their normal snuff stuff, then you would get in touch with Pat, and she could do an analysis, connect to your dog, and just by a photograph of the dog, right? You can connect to the dog's energy and see what's bothering them, and you can send healing.
Yes, I'm also a medical intuitive, and I can do body scans. So by, as you mentioned, a photograph, a current non-filtered photograph of their animal, I can look at them and I can scan them and I can tell you what's bothering them.
Absolutely wonderful. So that's really helpful, especially, if we have a child that might be having, even ADD or ADHD is a symptom of an influx or not enough energy or not enough flow through the body, correct?
Correct. And another thing that's
this
good
could help
for
kids that possibly not be on medication.
Absolutely. And what's also good for, you had mentioned earlier, tapping. I am a certified practitioner in EFT, which is emotional freedom technique, also TFT, which is thought therapy. And it's just a matter of tapping certain areas on your body to get the meridian. So it's kind of like the chakras of our body, get them flowing, get them woken up. So it's very good for ADHD, ADD, post-traumatic stress disorder, stress. So many times our children, they're afraid to actually talk and say what really they feel. Sometimes they don't know how to put that in words. So what the tapping does, it allows them to open their mind, and their energy speaks to me as I tap. And then it just comes through and I report back to the parent this is what I felt, this is what was said, and it works wonders. Because a lot of children, like I mentioned, they get angry because they're at a loss of words. They don't know how to use proper words, so they get a little frustrated, more so than the real reason why they got frustrated.
Right. Not being able to express,
Absolutely.
And kids especially don't really know how to express what they're feeling because, young people, all their feelings are so new anyways.
Yes,
you incarnate and then you're just, all this world is thrown at you and you're just like, ah!
Yes.
Fun times.
And us adults think we have it bad. These kids.
And then you get older and you understand there are more emotions than just the basic couple that you had as a kid. And like everything gets more confusing because you don't know what you're feeling. Am I sad? Am I depressed? I don't know. There's just too many in there. And some of them are very similar. So life can be very confusing,
Yes. Hi, Sarah.
And that emotional intelligence is something that we learn over time. We're not born with that. So,
yes.
Yeah.
Especially
but thank you, Pat, for coming on.
You're very welcome.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
I was just going to say, especially when you have an adult of a child, whether it be their parent or a teacher, or because children are taught to respect their elders. But when that elder does something that makes them feel uncomfortable or makes them angry, they don't know how to, so they trap it all inside, what does that do? It stops the energy flow. What does that do? It creates uncomfortable pain and not feeling good.
And I think in children, it's like shaking a soda bottle. Like they keep it all trapped in. It's eventually going to come out, and and people are going to be like, "Your kid's crazy," but really, they don't know how to regulate.
Yes. Thank you.
So, anyways, and that's what I think about that. But thank you, Pat. What is the name of your Facebook page?
Energy Transformer from Within and Beyond.
Okay, and the link for Pat's page is in the description box of this video. If you're interested in getting in touch with Pat, mention this video and she will give you a discounted Reiki session or tapping, correct?
Absolutely.
Or is it just Reiki? Okay, wonderful.
No, it's whatever works for their child.
I love it. Thank you so much, Pat.
Thank you.
So now I want to talk about something near and dear to my heart because I have them all over the place. I wear them on my body. I sleep with them next to my bed. I give them as gifts to people because I'm such a huge believer in crystal healing energy. I wasn't before I got my first crystal. And just like tattoos, it becomes an addiction that you just have to have more and more of them. And they're everywhere. They're literally everywhere. I'm sure I've lost some. I don't know. But joining me now is a very wonderful person. Her name is Kat, and she has a group on Facebook called Gaia's Gifts. And this is a wonderful Facebook group, and she goes live. Hi, Kat.
Hi there.
She goes live Wednesdays and Saturdays. Is that right? Or did you change it?
It's just Saturdays.
Mm-hmm. Saturdays. She goes live every Saturday. Sometimes she does bingo. Sometimes she does all kinds of fun things. I have not seen, and I've watched a lot of crystal shows before I found Kat. After I found Kat, I didn't watch anymore. I just stuck with Kat. I've watched a lot of people try and sell crystals online, but I have never seen anyone who is so organized and prompt with selling crystals, sending them in the mail. Like I usually have my crystals within 3 days from getting them from Kat. I've had to wait almost a month before buying from people on Facebook. So I appreciate the system that you have in place. Your soul family is lovely. Everyone in your group is lovely. What's the crystal healing help with? All right, Stephanie, I'm glad you asked. What can you tell me about crystal healing, Kat?
Well, crystal healing, which has been around for eons, dates back in history predates our history, actually. All the way back to the Mayans, the Egyptians, And the energy of the stones themselves, just like anything else in this world, all holds a vibration, a certain vibration. And it's all connected to everything else. So when you're working with crystals, each one, just like the chakras, tends to have properties or an energetic field, or contains an energy very similar to the chakra system. And it does make it's good to know that, because it'll help guide you to the stones that you're looking for or can work with to help clear any blockages, like Pat was talking about. And so red rocks are going to be good for the root chakra, and orange rocks are going to be beneficial to your sacral. Anything yellow or gold is beneficial to the solar plexus, and so on. So those colors match up in that way. And the energetic vibrations are this similar to, I mean, if we're working with the heart chakra, typically the intention is to overcome any blockages or problems you may have learning to love yourself, or trying to find the right words here.
Or perhaps letting down your guard to allow love into your life if you've been hurt in the past.
Exactly. But you will find with the energetic properties of stones, and you can Google them all day long, and if you're looking to overcome fear, and you Google it, you may find a dozen different stones that have properties or that energetic field that you want to work with. It's always important to pick the one that you're maybe even physically attracted to in its appearance, or if you're able to hold the stone. Sometimes you'll feel some tingling or a warmth in your hand, or just a good feeling that it gives you. And that will help you decide when you're looking at the, oh gosh, what is there, 150,000 different minerals. I don't even know how many there are, but it's incredible. So it will help guide you with your intuition to make selections of stones that are going to work best energetically for you, because it's not always what works for one person works for another. So it's a real important thing to keep in mind when picking your stones to work with.
Stephanie says, wait a minute, you have crystals that help with fear of letting in new love, of letting your guard down? Yes.
There is a crystal truly for everything.
There are crystals for everything, absolutely, and that will definitely help. You can also get a soul scar healing reading with me. I help remove those blockages energetically on my own, but crystals are wonderful tools if you don't feel like you can trust people inside, which is what the problem is there. Crystals are wonderful tools for that. Green crystals like green fluorite, or what's another green one? Moldavite, malachite. Those are all great crystals.
Aventurine, the list goes.
Yeah, Aventurine's a good one for the heart chakra. Yeah, those are all great.
One thing you mentioned earlier too, like in regards to the EMS, because nowadays, and this isn't just for kids, this is so important for adults too. We are all exposed to those electromagnetic frequencies that are not healthy for us. And shungite is a powerful, it absorbs those and removes them from your field. And whether you're carrying a stone in your pocket or wearing a bracelet on your wrist, or like you, I keep a pyramid next to my computer too. I keep it on my nightstand because that's where my phone is charging. So they even have discs that you can apply to the back of your laptop or your telephone, just to protect. So with the 5G, those the intensity of them now is stronger than it's ever been before. And what it's physically doing to our body, we may not know for years to come, but it is something that is not in alignment with our energy fields, and it can create blockages as well.
Speaking of crystals, I wanted to ask you about some specific crystals. So when I feel like people are having trouble sleeping or having trouble getting disturbed when they're falling asleep, because I personally feel like you are the most vulnerable when you're in between your sleep and unconscious state. There's that little piece of time where things can, really get at you. I suggest that people put some black obsidian in the corners of the room or under their bed. Is that something that you find to be helpful?
I do, because obsidian is such a protective stone, a particularly psychic energy. I think it's more geared towards with obsidian. You can get the same effects too with black tourmaline. A lot of people would like to put that in the four corners of their home. Two other stones I like to work with a lot that does have a very calming effect, and even a lithium content, is lepidolite.
Yes.
That's a good one to work with if you have insomnia or nightmares and that kind of thing. Howlite I found to be a very helpful stone as well.
Awesome. And do you sell lepidolite in any form?
Every form you can think of, darling.
Every form you can think of. So if somebody wanted a bracelet so that they, you know, kind of try to keep their anxiety under control during the day, they could get a bracelet from you, or maybe a pillow of lepidolite to put under their pillow.
Absolutely. And you know what, like the bracelets I sell, and most of them you'll find anywhere on the market, are typically around 7 inches in diameter, unless you know someone that can make a custom size for a smaller child. So, but even a little drawstring bag with a couple tumbles in it, a lot of kids are attracted to the stones. And I'm noticing more than ever these days that they're just drawn to that frequency already. And if they're crystal children and star seeds here, they're already have an attraction to it, and would be receptive to carrying some tumbles around, I believe.
Absolutely. I personally feel like tumbles would be better for children than, you know, bracelets anyways, because they pull them and they'll break them, you know, because they're just a stretchy, you know, you get a necklace for them. I got all of my kids a black tourmaline necklace. They all wear them. My grown children wear them, you know, everybody has them.
Really incredibly inexpensive too. I mean,
they're not expensive. That's another wonderful thing. Yeah. How much about the bracelets for the lepidolite bracelet? How much would that be?
The lepidolite bracelet I have is $8.
$8? Are you kidding? All those wonderful things it will do. I'm gonna have to get
$3. I mean, all my bracelets range from either they start at $6 and go up to $15 is the most you'll pay for a bracelet. And another one that comes to mind too that's very protective and helps bring clarity is fluorite, which is another really good stone to work with.
And you can also get a bracelet. You can also get a bracelet that helps balance your chakras, right?
Absolutely, you can. Yep. There's
the chakra bracelet, and it has a stone for each of the chakras on there.
Oh, let me give you guys a peek real quick.
Yeah, let's look at your shop. That's a great place.
So I have 2 rooms here, and they're both chock full. The garage is full as well. So there's lots to choose from. But for example, I really like the chakra bracelet that does have all of the chakra colors on it. And I'm not used to this camera angle. So all of the chakra colors are represented here. If you have any blockages, it'll help open that up. The other thing I love about this one is on the back side, it has hematite, which is a grounding stone, and the weight of it is incredible. And energetically, you can really feel the grounding energy as well.
Would you wear that on your left arm or your right arm, or does it matter?
You receive through your left hand and receive energy. So that's typically best. And then you send energy through the right. And we all have these amazing portals in our hands too. So for children to hold tumbles and work with them that way, it would be very beneficial too. Even if they're rolling them around in their hand.
Their left hand. Okay.
In their left hand. Absolutely.
Wonderful.
And I do include, you know, the where is one here? The metaphysical properties come with everything.
Yes, this is another thing I love about her. Whenever you buy a crystal from her, it has a little description, tells you exactly what it is and what it does. I cannot tell you how many times I've bought crystals that I was attracted to. I get them and I have absolutely no idea what they are. That I literally don't know what most of my crystals are, but you always include a little, like I even have one right here from her that I got with, and I left it in the bag with
Mm-hmm.
moonlight in it, with the little description for. I love that so much. That's that extra little thing that makes you so wonderful, Kat.
Oh, thank you. Well, you know, another benefit to that as well, that people that end up with a larger collection and don't always want to have that slip of paper with their stone is just take a picture of it with your stone and start your own little file on your phone. So when you want to access it, it's right there and you won't have to worry about separating the two.
Very smart. I hadn't thought that far ahead, and that's why it's still in the bag with paper. Okay, so we talked about that. I want to talk briefly about selenite, because I feel like selenite is important when you have any kind of crystal.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So
absolutely,
selenite is important. First of all, the thing to know about selenite more than anything is it'll fix things, but don't touch it with water.
Yes, very true.
Basic.
Yes. It can dissolve to some degree in water, so you would want to keep it away from water. It has many beautiful benefits. One, as you were talking about the white light connection, and because it does encompass all the colors of the rainbows and the chakras, you're actually connecting with a higher vibration, being the whatever your source may be, you know, to the divine.
The universe, divine, whatever you label it.
The other nice thing with selenite too is its cleansing effect. So it cleanses not just other rocks. If you were to lay your stones on a slab of selenite or in a bowl of selenite, it keeps the energy clear and free after you've been working with it. But you can also use like a palm stone of selenite and run it through your energy field to help clear out any blockages as well. So it's beneficial in many ways that way. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. As most people know that watch me, I have lots of problems with this laptop. It's very slow and it always gets stuck. And I had somebody suggest to me, put some selenite on it. And I did, and it unstuck my computer. Okay. And just now before I started working, I moved it and I turned my computer on and my computer was stuck. And I was like, oh darn, I put it back on there. Works just fine. How crazy is that?
Awesome. Yep.
Isn't that amazing? And I got this from you. Just saying. Just saying. So you have a show on every Saturday at what time?
Every Saturday night from 6 to 10 p.m. That's Central Time. We do take some holidays off, so we won't be having a show this Saturday for the Memorial Weekend. But the other nice thing is, if you're not the kind of person that has participated in a live show or it's just not your thing, you can always private message me for some one-on-one shopping. I send pictures, videos, and with the pricing and description to help you make selections for anything you might be looking for.
Speaking of sound, one more thing I wanted to talk to with you. You have the coolest thing, and I just bought one from you today. I saw that you had it. I have to get that. I have a singing bowl, which is really good for sound therapy. But you have singing crystal pyramids.
We do. I'd love to show you one. You want to hear it? Should I play one too? I would love to do that.
Can we? It's so awesome, guys. I just love it. So while she's getting that, I will explain about sound healing. Okay, everything has a frequency, and when you connect to a specific frequency, it vibrates in your body and it corresponds with certain areas of your body that put out that frequency. Everything in your body has a frequency, as well as your whole body having a frequency. Okay, your organs have a frequency, everything does. And she's got these super cool crystal pyramids that make this beautiful, amazing high frequency, and I just had to have one right away.
Oh, they do. They're absolutely amazing.
They're amazing.
They bring in, not only are they clearing your energy field, but they're bringing in energy that resonates with each of your chakra centers. And it's such an uplifting and healing feeling. It's absolutely amazing. I'm going to see if I can get it in camera.
Look at that, guys. And her beautiful partner, Boris, makes those stands himself.
Yes, he does.
It doesn't come with that stand, but those are amazing, beautiful stands. It's got the, what is that, the flower of life in there? What is that?
Yeah, that one has the flower of life. Yes, he custom carves any kind of wood and any sort of design custom to
Crystal
any position we
grids,
need to.
right?
Yep, we make crystal grids. Let me give you just
So
a peek at
many.
those real quick.
Yeah, let's have a peek at Boris's handiwork. I tell you, he's truly an artist.
So here is my grid, and it's the flower of life.
It's gorgeous.
And I've got so many stones on it, you can't quite see the carving underneath so much, but that is the flower of life. And he does custom designs of anything of your choice too. He can collaborate with you through a PM. You get to see a preview on the computer before it's actually carved. And it's a passion of his, and he's fantastic at it for sure.
Yes, he's really, really amazing at it. It's really beautiful. Okay, let's have a listen.
All right, let me see if I can. Oh, I gotta put it up on the hook since I'm one-handed here. Right on there. There we go. All right, now we got it dangling.
Beautiful. And you can hit it softly. You can hit it a little bit.
And they just ring forever and ever. I do have crystal. I don't sell crystal bowls, but I do have one myself. And this thing will resonate forever. And it has that oscillating effect too. So when you hold it in your hand and spin it as it's ringing, its frequency, and run that up and down your energy field, I do it daily. I don't think I could live without that piece of equipment right there.
It's amazing. Amazing.
Really
So
is.
singing bowls are really good for helping with sound therapy, sound healing. Chakras are really good for giving you natural energy that is in tune with whatever color it resonates with, like blue ones and whatever. I got so many. Some fluorite's really good for all types of things, isn't it? You mentioned fluorite. So you could get color-coded crystals, or you could get crystals that are good for protection, crystals that are good for clearing your energy. There's so many different kinds, right?
Absolutely. And one thing I wanted to point out about the metal bowls, like the brass bowls that you have, the Tibetan singing bowls, unlike the quartz ones you usually put on a ring and it will vibrate through. The one thing I love about this style is that you're holding it in the palm of your hand. So that resonance in your left hand travels up immediately through your body, and it's an amazing feeling as well.
Absolutely. I have had a headache before and taken the singing bowl down and just run over it a few times, and my headache just goes away. And that's not even any kind of, I'm not even exaggerating at all. Like truly, they're wonderful. Like sound healing. I think the universe has given us everything that we need to heal ourselves right here on this beautiful planet. And the name of your group is Gaia's Gifts, right? It's not a page, it's a Facebook group, and the link for that is in the description box of this video. It's facebook.com/groups/Gaia's Gifts. And
I do have a business page too, but all of the action is in our private group. We do like to keep it private. There's a couple thousand followers, but what's nice is if you do come to a show, you're among like-minded people. You can shop privately, and everyone in the group is absolutely fantastic and such a loving soul. So definitely come check out the group.
Patricia found your link. That's wonderful. Y'all everyone go over there and join Kat's group. She really is a wonderful seller. She handpicks, because she's a very gifted woman as well, and she handpicks her crystals before she even sells them to you. So there's never a bad one in the group. They're all just beautiful, wonderful, really great crystals. The quality is top-notch quality crystals with Kat, and she's a very professional business person who is just a flower child at heart, I think.
Thank you, Misty.
And you get the blessing of Kat's wonderful energy on all of your crystals before they come to you. So you can cleanse them when you get them, or you could just say, hey, thanks, Kat.
So it's kind of funny, you know, my process when I come shipping day is actually my favorite because I'm getting everyone's basket out to see what they've selected. I keep sage, I keep essential oils on my shipping table at all times. So it's almost ceremonial for me to send off your crystals with good vibes. I too am a Reiki healer and have a large copper pyramid in my house. And if
Yes.
somebody's really suffering and needs a little extra energy boost, it's infused with Reiki, and I put it underneath my pyramid to make sure that I'm sending you the best possible healing I can.
Absolutely. And I bought a package of crystals for somebody that was fighting cancer from you. And we passed those on, and they said they were just amazing, amazing energy. Can you repeat her page again? Somebody says they have to have a singing bowl, a singing pyramid. I'm telling you, I saw it and I had to have it too, Patricia. Money is no object when you have to have something.
And now more than ever, as we've entered the whole Aquarius constellation, as our Earth is moving through, we're dealing with some cosmic energies that have never been experienced by us on Earth. So not just for our starseed children, but for all of us that are experiencing these uneasy feelings. And a lot of that's coming from the cosmos, but you also have this human resonance, which has been spiking a lot lately too. So it's coming at us from all directions. And these are amazing tools to help you adjust your energy, find your center. And boy, you're so right about the breathing, and the grounding is incredibly important for all of us too.
It truly is, just to stay connected.
Yep.
Repeat her page. Okay, it's a Facebook group, Stephanie, and it's facebook.com/groups/Gaia's Gifts. GAIAS GIFTS. And Patricia is having a singing pyramid. I'm having a singing pyramid. She will have one. I feel you on that one. Do you take payments? Some people like to know.
You can send me a private message, and I'm happy to work with people in any way I can. Absolutely. I don't have any set guidelines. That's kind of on a per person basis. So feel free to send me a PM, and I'm sure we can work together for sure.
And you have selenite sticks. How much are those?
The selenite sticks I have are about 3 to 4 inches, and they're like $4 a piece.
That's not bad at all. And your chakra bracelets are $8, $10.
Chakra bracelets are $12.
$12. Okay,
Yep,
you can work on all of your chakras, or you could get one particular color bracelet. And Kat can help you all with that during a private message on Facebook. Join her
you guys
group.
want to see one more thing that's pretty awesome? It's kind of an integration of what Boris, my wood carver, does, and my bracelets. We have created these.
Excited.
Have you seen these, Misty? Let me see if I can turn it that way. He has made a bracelet stand, and these are selenite cylinders.
Oh, so they're charging while they're sitting on there.
They're charging while they're sitting on there, yeah. And then he can carve for you whatever design you would like on the side panels.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
That is awesome. That could be for any kind of jewelry. It doesn't have to be just crystal bracelets, right? Because gold and silver are also metals from the planet, and those can help cleanse as well. Those are really cool.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much for joining me and showing me all of your cool toys.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity.
I can't wait to get mine.
I know. We'll get it shipped right away. You know, I do that too.
She does. She's the fastest shipper I've ever seen. It's wonderful. She takes her business very seriously. She has a great reputation as far as I'm concerned.
Can I ask you one thing before I go? I cannot figure out how to see the chat. I haven't been able to see everyone's chat. I don't know if that's because I was in the back room waiting to come on.
It might be.
So I kind of wanted to check out the chat. I see the button for it now, though. So
do you see it?
Yeah, I see it.
Oh, cool. You see it. Okay. A lot of the people watching are going to be sending requests to join your group. So I can see people are going to your page, Very excited. Very excited. I'm
Great,
excited
guys.
for
I'm
you.
glad to have
And
you.
any friend of mine and a friend of Kat's, we're all just being one big soul family together. It'll be great.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Thank
cool.
you so much for having me, Misty.
Thanks for coming on with all your valuable information.
Thank
I
you,
really,
darling.
truly appreciate you. I hope you have a
All
wonderful
right.
night.
Thanks, you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, my loves. Let's talk about color. We've been talking about sound. We've been talking about crystals, Reiki. Let's talk about color. Actually, I want to talk about essential oils first. Essential oils are created by extracting oils through several different processes from different things on the planet. Okay, you can get things like pine oil, sunflower oil, lavender oil. All these things are done. Some of them are done through a steaming process. That's where you get the most potent oils. But you can get essential oils, and you can get a diffuser for your home, like I mentioned earlier. And you can put essential oils in your diffuser to help raise the vibration or clear the energy in your home. Now, some that I was told while I was writing that would be good for that would be clary sage, Palo Santo, frankincense, and lemongrass and rosemary. Those are all very good for clearing the energy of your home. Of course, there's so many different essential oils, and of course you want to get a high quality oil. And if you know my friend Ash, she sells whatever that company is that does the oils. I can't think of it right now. I'm having a brain fart, but she sells essential oils, and she's very knowledgeable about essential oils and their purposes, and she could mix you up a blend that would help you specifically for whatever is ailing you. Okay, they help with physical pain, inflammation, headaches, arthritis, blood flow issues. I also can mix you up a tincture, Young Living. That's what it is, Lana. Thank you so much. She sells Young Living essential oils. I could also mix up a tincture of some type of oil, whatever you need help with. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Essential oils are another thing that you can use as a fragrance, a natural fragrance. I said don't put artificial fragrances in your home. You can put natural fragrances in your home, and essential oils are key to having natural fragrances in your home. Okay, let's now talk about color. This is one of my favorite ways to send healing. I am a color healer. I send healing personally through many different ways, and one of the ways that I send healing is through color. Okay, and this is called chromotherapy. It's something that's been around for thousands of years, but mainstream science is aware of it, but they haven't really done anything with it. But I do believe it can cure everything from cancer to anemia inside of your body. That's my own personal opinion. I'm giving you personal opinions. I've done a lot of research on chromotherapy or color therapy. And I feel like if you want to create an environment that is calm and soothing for your child, if they're having anxiety, if they're having a lot of stress or anger, you don't want to introduce red colors into their environment. You want to introduce cool colors like blues and greens, things of that nature. Cool colors into their environment. Swollen and cold. Yeah, you can use essential oils for that. And I have a few that would help with that swelling. You can also have her go outside. I know it's going to sound crazy, but have her go outside in the sunlight. Okay, because this is what I was going to tell you about color. Every color in the spectrum of colors that our eyes is visible of seeing has a purpose and has a frequency, and it either has a long or a short wave frequency, which coincides with different organs in your body. Okay, sunlight in general, which has all of the colors, will help heal your body through the different rays of light that are coming and streaming in through your aura first, and then into your physical body, being reflected into your physical body through your electromagnetic aura, or the color around your body. It has been scientifically proven that your aura color sometimes can tell you of things that you might be ailing from 6 to 8 months in advance. Okay, so these are areas where you could pay attention to what color your aura is. If you get somebody to read your aura, see what color it is, and see what body system is associated with that, and or what chakra is associated with that, and then start doing chakra healing or color healing for that particular chakra. Okay, so reds move the blood through the body. So if your mom's leg is always cold and swollen, you want to maybe have her look at the color red, wear the color red, or have red crystals. Okay, there are red crystals. Red jasper is what's coming to mind for her. She could get a crystal and carry around red jasper, and that would help with her moving her energy around. She can also close her eyes and visualize the color red. Okay, but that will help move the blood around in her body, and it helps to stimulate the nerves. Yellow reduces swelling in the body. Okay, so yellow and orange stimulate the nerves, reduces swelling and inflammation in the body, and moves the blood in the body. So you might want to have her maybe, you could always do a focal wall in her room, or get some kind of an area rug or something that's red, something that she can look at and concentrate on. Or if the weather is permitting, to please go outside and get some sunlight on your body. It's super important for everybody to get sunlight on your body. It is literally the natural healer. Okay, go outside for 15, 20 minutes, open your eyes, get some sunlight in your eyes, start creating that melatonin that your body needs to sleep good at night. Allow the different rays, the color rays, to come through your aura and get absorbed into your physical body. That will help you more than anything. Okay, color healing. Blues cool the body and the blood, and they are used generally on fresh injuries, burns, aches that you might have in your body. So if you have any kind of fresh injury, you want to put blue. Think of it like red is hot and blue is cold. Okay, so red is going to inflame or get things moving, agitate things, and blue is cooling. So if you have a child that experiences a lot of anxiety, fear, you want to have nice, cool blue colors around them, some crystals, some purples, some blues, maybe some gray color, anything that's going to be calming, perhaps in the room. You don't want to have any reds or oranges or yellows, especially because yellow promotes aggressive action. If you have a child that has frequent angers or tantrums, pink has been known to reduce the amount of anger in people in something like 3.7 seconds. So you can just have a pink poster, a pink wall, a pink stuffed animal on their bed. Pink has been known to, like I said, reduce the amount of anger that people feel. Blue and violet are soothing to all symptoms and are anti-inflammatory effects. Okay, and green, what do I have for green? Do I have green? I don't have green on here, but green I use specifically for the heart chakra, or as healing energy, because it's green and it reminds me of the earth. But the color spectrum, the whole color spectrum of the chromotherapy can be found in sunlight. So if you're having issues in your body, go outside, get some sun on your skin. If you know that you have something specifically like in your root chakra area or your sacral chakra area, if you're having trouble with like your intestines or anything like that, you're going to want to use orange light. Facebook kicked you out. What? Orange light to help with your digestion, anything like. Go ahead and like and follow the channel, Virginia, so that you can get notified when I go live on YouTube, because I'm gonna be alternating. Facebook's been banning a lot of my content lately and blocking me from my viewers. So I'm probably gonna start just mainly being on YouTube. I know I've said that many times, but it's hard for me to break habits. White light is the perfect color blend of all of the red, orange, blue, red, orange, blue, green, indigo, and violet light that is in the known human spectrum of light that we can see and process. So white light, like I said, surrounding yourself in a bubble of white light is handy. Getting white light on your skin is very healing. If you have specific areas that you need healing, you can use those specific colors for the chakras. Get that color light on your skin. Put it through, a polarization. So it's just green light coming through or white light coming through. You can put water outside. Get some purified water, put it outside, let it sit in the sunlight, and get all that light energy into that water and drink that water. Like, you can literally heal yourself. More people need to be aware of this. Okay? I want everybody to get to where we're going in one piece. And it's frustrating when things are happening around you and you don't know what to do. You don't know who to call, especially when things are happening of a spiritual or esoteric nature, and we don't know what to do. And this is hopefully going to help some people going through this process that don't know what to do. Or maybe they can tell a friend something that they learned on this video. You never know who you're going to affect with your information. That's why I put it out there for all of you, because I'm giving it to you, and I hope that you'll pass it along at some point to somebody else and just spread the word, spread the knowledge, because it's something that we all need. Energy healing is something that you need to get familiar with, because this is the wave of the future. This is what we're moving towards, holistic medicine. Holistic medicine is medicine that is created from the earth, that is natural and non-invasive. Holistic medicine, okay? So, thank you. You can put it in the fridge, Lana. That's fine. It doesn't matter. You can put ice cubes in it. As long as you get the light color into the water. Okay? Awesome. Thank you all for joining me today. I hope you learned something. I definitely learned something. I want to thank Kat and Pat for joining me tonight. And if you're interested in either one of their services, you can look for Pat's Facebook page and the description box of this video. You can find Kat's group in the description box of this video. Truly some beautiful, amazing souls. I love them so very much, and I hope you will enjoy their energy and their services as well. I will see you next time. Until then, many blessings to all of you, and I hope you have a wonderful night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.